Getting your license is one of the major milestones in life, but if you're a teenage driver or a parent of one, you may be wondering if the driver should be insured under their parents' policy or their own policy. Let's talk about that. Hi there, it's John with Berry Insurance. Everyone remembers when they first got their license. It's their first taste of independence as a teenager. However, there are also new responsibilities that they will have to be aware of while they begin this first step into adulthood, one of which being auto insurance. Auto insurance is a great way to stay protected on the road, but do teen drivers need their own insurance or should they be covered under their parents' policy? That's what we're here to talk about today. So, in this video, you will learn, should teen drivers get a separate auto policy? How much does car insurance for a teen cost? How much does it cost to add a teen driver to their parents' policy? And will adding umbrella insurance help? Let's jump in. Should teen drivers get a separate car insurance policy? When asking this question, many policyholders typically believe that insuring their teens separately from themselves will help them save money on their own premium and reduce potential liability on their part if their teen is involved in an accident. However, in most cases we would recommend against teenage or young drivers getting their own auto insurance policy. Adding a young driver to your existing auto insurance policy is often more affordable and simpler than going through the process of having them sign up for their own policy. Also be aware that state regulations where you live may have restrictions on the age at which a driver is able to have their own policy. For example, here in Massachusetts you must be 18 years old to obtain your own insurance policy. In some states, including Massachusetts, if your child is 18 or older and plans to register a vehicle solely in their name, they will be required to get their own auto insurance policy. It also can be difficult and expensive to obtain an insurance policy for your teenage driver. Insurance carriers may not be eager to insure a driver that is inexperienced, as they are perceived as a potential risk for traffic violations and other claims. If a young or teen driver does get approved for their own policy, you can expect it to have higher policy premium due to their inexperience in being seen as a potential risk. In most cases, adding a young driver to your policy is easy to do and gives you the convenience of only managing a single policy that allows members of your household to be covered while operating any insured vehicles insured on the policy. How much does car insurance for teens cost? New drivers are exactly that. New drivers. They are still learning the ropes and the rules of the road. Unfortunately, new drivers, especially young drivers, are more likely to speed, tailgate, or drive distracted. This is why insurance policies for teen drivers, if approved, are usually more expensive than a standard auto insurance policy. There are many things that factor into the cost of these policies, including driver inexperience, zip code, vehicle type, how much they drive. To learn more about what factors determine the cost of auto insurance, check out the article linked in the description of this video. How much does it cost to add a teen driver to their parents' policy? Adding a teen driver to an existing policy is cheaper than acquiring a separate policy. That being said, you can still expect to see an increase in your premium when adding an additional driver to your policy. That is because the new driver is still considered a potential risk. However, there are still ways to save money on your policy when adding new drivers. Insurance carriers usually offer discounts for teen drivers who have completed driver's ed courses, receive good grades in school, and maintain safe driving records. Also, the rate increase from adding a new driver is temporary. It will decrease as your child ages and gains more experience on the road, and hopefully continues to maintain safe driving practices. If you'd like to learn more about the effects of adding a driver to your policy, check out the link in the description of this video. Does it make sense to add personal umbrella insurance? While you're considering updating your policy for new drivers, you may want to consider adding additional protection through personal umbrella insurance. Sometimes known as excess liability or personal liability, umbrella insurance supplements your existing coverages by adding extended coverage. This adds extra protection in the event of an accident involving property damage or personal injury. With the increased risk of adding a new driver to your policy, having the additional coverage offered by umbrella insurance can be the best way to stay prepared for potential claims, both big and small. Keep in mind, it is best to obtain an umbrella policy before the driver becomes licensed, as some carriers may not write a new umbrella policy if there is an inexperienced driver in the household. If you'd like to learn more about umbrella insurance, check out the articles linked in the description of this video, or check out this video on everything you need to know about umbrella insurance. Here at Berry Insurance, we understand how nerve-wracking it can be to let your teen take the first steps of independence onto the open road. We have helped many families in our local community navigate these transitions through providing comprehensive coverage for a reasonable price. If you have any specific questions, we recommend you contact your insurance agent, or if you want to learn more, check out the Learning Center on our website. We have hundreds of articles and videos on a variety of insurance-related topics. Thanks for watching, and if you learned something useful, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our YouTube channel. It helps us reach more people just like you. We post videos every week to help educate our viewers on the wide world of insurance. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.